Friday the 13th.
I've got primitive campsite.
Bạn, ý Hush, hindi na ko ba yun?
I mean, I feel like I should have brought some decorations. This is so neat. I woke up about 1 a.m. with a case of the ickies. Headed out for a shakedown run in preparation for a 5-day, 4-night trip to Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, and of course Alabama, because that's where we're starting. Friday the 13th in October. There's a chicken in that yard. How are you?
I've got primitive campsite.
That's perfect. That's what I need.
Bạn, ý Hush, hindi na ko ba yun?
You know, primitive camping. What? Man, these people take this seriously. I mean, I feel like I should have brought some decorations. Friday the 13th Spookathon. Just find a flat spot back here, they said. Okay, so we're here in the tent. The big question that I have is, because it's still a little warm, even though it's mid-October here in Alabama. Like, am I going to be comfortable and be able to sleep without feeling icky and sticky? Because, I got a little sweaty setting up camp because it was just under 70 degrees, but it was like, it's Alabama, so it's a humid 70 degrees. Good morning. The lovely sound of generators in the background are the only thing that really bugs me about this campsite. But that's okay. It's just a shakedown camp. It was a relatively good camp. I woke up about 1 a.m. with a case of the ickies, the stickies. Got up, walked around for a minute, sat outside, listened to the creek flow, and then went back to sleep about 3 a.m. So, yeah, gonna make coffee, gonna pack up camp. So one thing I've learned about making coffee with this setup is that, yeah, the water's boiling now because there's steam coming out, but I want to let that temperature continue to raise up to 190 to 200 degrees. And I don't bring a thermometer with me, but bringing that boil up to a higher temperature, just letting it boil longer, gets the coffee to a better tasting temperature. Additions to the AeroPress kit is this cap here that has this closed off nozzle instead of being open all the way around, and it allows the coffee to steep a lot longer. So this has proven to it enhances the flavor of the coffee. It gives it a deeper, richer tone because it allows it to stay in the grind more. So yeah, I got this from Moto-Camp Nerd, so I'll link in the description below. Okay, so I'm gonna take 1 minute and just show you the kit laid out. Over here, the two things that must be on top are rain gear and first aid kit. These have to be on the top of either of the side bags on the bike. And the next most important thing is camp itself, which is tent, canopy, poles, stakes. Those three. I made the mistake this time of putting the stakes down in the bottom actually of that bag. So the tent, the three pieces of the tent need to be together. Sleep system is sleeping pad. This is the Climate Static V Luxe, this here. One Tigris sleep quilt, and this is a sand-clad towel, which I'll talk more about that in a different video. It's okay, it's good, it feels good, it's just different than towels. This is the Philo Elite Luxury, that's my pillow. Gene kit right there, toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. So this is an extra canopy in case it rains. This is the pump for the flex tail pump for the Climate Static V. My Harbor Freight axe, which will probably get replaced because it's dull and it doesn't keep an edge very well, and it just doesn't do a good job. There's my clothes. That's probably way more clothes than I need, but it's also got a base layer in there, and I wanted to have 5 days worth of clothes with me on this trip just to simulate. My Tusk folding chair, the little table, Amazon deal. And then we start to get into the galley. So the table is really part of the galley, the kitchen, right? So my Soto burner, similar to the BRS, cooking pot. I have 2 canisters with me, again, to simulate being gone for a long time. I don't need that for one night. My Cooking Guild 8-inch knife in sheath, really good knife. Cutting board, and this is my coffee kit with bag of coffee, AeroPress, and an extra cup in there. And then this is kind of random essentials. I've got my fire starters in there, my flint and striker, and the Sea to Summit 4 liter water bag. So that is an absolute critical piece of the camping kit. That's got to come with me every time. So that's everything that ends up going in 1, 2, 3 giant loot bags. And then I use my tank bag as a charging station for camera gear. So, and I keep most of my camera gear here in the back, right? So if you're not carrying camera gear, then, you know, you can pack a lot lighter. Quick note on the packing philosophy here is, and when I set the bike on the kickstand, it leans over to that side. So I want everything that I need to be able to get to easily on this side, opening that bag on this side, things like that. So just trying to make setting up camp efficient.